good afternoon, everyone, because as of right now, the time that we're recording this, it just turned afternoon. But it's good to have Jack back here because he usually isn't here for the pregame because of other commitments, but he's here today, so we got him back for today. Which honestly, I'm happy that he's back for this one because this is the rivalry that we need everyone here for. So so it's the rematch of the two founding franchises, and last time didn't go as as planned. It was close. We were one play away, but it Caleb underthrew a ball, or well, could have said he underthrew it or he threw it too late.
We
But
did a little bit of both.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a little bit of both. But there is a big difference between that game and this game, and the difference is Micah Parsons is not playing because last week he tore his ACL on a non-contact injury. So we don't have to worry about him chasing after Caleb for 60 minutes, which is really going to help because he is a game wrecker. And it, I'm, we don't wish injury on anybody, but I have to say I'm a little happy we don't have to deal with him. And you know, on the other side of that, we'll be missing a couple of pieces on offense, but I think we are getting it back a piece of our defense in Tremaine Edmonds. That hasn't actually been announced yet, but I would imagine that he is back. Um, so I mean, I think this game might be close, but I think it's gonna come our way. I think the Bears are gonna come out on top on this one. And unlike last week when it was frigidly cold out, it is actually supposed to be decent weather tomorrow when we play. It's supposed to be, I think, in the uh, 30s when we play, but that also is not factoring in the winds. I don't know how much wind we'll have tomorrow, so we'll see what the actual temperature is. But
It's
uh,
probably 10 degrees lower, just because those winds and
mm,
off Lake Michigan get cold.
all right, because it is in
Right
it
on
is
like
in Lambeau. Or no,
no.
Oh my
St.
god,
Joseph.
it's in Soldier. Jesus, I'm I'm blanking. Uh, so what are your thoughts on this rematch, Jack? And then we'll go to Michael.
Yeah, I like you mentioned the Micah Parsons thing is huge, and I think that combined with the fact that the Bears are at home really makes me optimistic for the outcome this week. I think the key is going to be like the Bears need to establish the run early because if we can get the Packers defense on their heels, Caleb's going to have all day to throw the ball without Micah Parsons and pass rush. The Packers definitely still do have other good edge rushers. Like it's not like they have nobody. But I think if the Bears can get into their game plan early and maybe start out a little bit hotter than we have been on first drives recently, then this game could go like I could see us winning by more than one score. So
Really?
I I think it's possible, and that's not something I've said. Like I'm, you guys know me. I'm not always the most optimistic person. So, but I am feeling a lot more optimistic headed into this one.
Yeah. What about you, Michael? What are your thoughts on the rematch here?
Yeah, I mean, like Jack said, not having Micah Parsons is huge because Caleb doesn't have to run for his life, basically,
Very true. Very true.
on these passes. And we have to get Monungai and Swift the ball fat early because when they have big games, that's our best offensive games. And
True.
we'll get into the injuries after this one, but there are some key injuries out.
Yeah, I got
Like,
the Bears injury report pulled up right now.
yeah, and then our
Okay.
defense has to stop Christian Watson, please. Please
Yeah,
stop him.
He's questionable still. I think he's supposed to be playing tomorrow, but
Yeah,
we'll have to see about that one.
Well,
but
yeah,
we
that's
just have to stop him. He kills us every time we play him.
Yeah,
His best 4 games are the last 4 we played.
put somebody other than C.J. Gardner Johnson on him. He's a great player, but he cannot cover somebody as fast and as big as Christian Watson.
Yeah,
I put Jalen on him. I know that Jalen is still probably not 100%, but Jalen Johnson can at least neutralize him a little bit.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so, but let's go into the injury report. So the important injuries for the Bears, uh, Luther Burden and Roma Dunze are out tomorrow, which does suck for us. But Roma Dunze isn't as big as people think because when he was playing with that stress fracture and not on the injury report, he wasn't very involved in the passing game. So I don't think we'll miss him that much. But Luther kind of hurts because he did kind of take over Roma's spot for the last couple weeks. But then also questionable is Amen. Oh, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his last name. I can't even.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot again. Get your rematch.
Um, Agban Bemiga. That's the best I can do. He's out. Uh, Joe Tryon Shoyinka is questionable after having 2 DMPs for personal reasons. DeAndre Swift is questionable after groin injury that I think he suffered in practice on Wednesday, uh, but he'll probably play. Um, Tremaine Edmonds is still like he's activated from IR, but we haven't seen that he's gonna play. But he's questionable after being full on Thursday. So I would imagine he plays. Cole Kmet was full on Friday and did also say to reporters that he is going to play, which is helpful because of the fact that we are down our first 2 receivers. And, I mean, Loveland has been a great, great reliable target. But when you've got 2 good options at tight end, that helps you a lot. So let me pull up the Packers injury report real quick here so I can read that off. Okay, so wait, this is yes, this is the right one. So I'm not going to read the guys that are designated to return from injury reserve because those guys might or might not play. I don't know. So, guys that are out are Marshawn Lloyd, but I don't understand why he's even on the injury report because he
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 has season-ending injury, doesn't
like no he's injured, but like he's going back on IR after this for some reason. Uh, um, let's see. Their injury list is a lot longer, but they've only got 3 people out. Wait a minute. I have to actually put my cursor to. So Josh Wiley is out. He's got a concussion. And then John Williams is out. But Micah Parsons, you know, he was placed on IR. So I mean that's the biggest one. But also Josh Jacobs is questionable and Zach Tom is questionable. But I would imagine that Zach Tom doesn't play because he hasn't practiced all week. But I think that they're just trying to, you know, catch the Bears off guard a little bit, maybe. But he hasn't practiced all week, so I would imagine that he's out. So what are your guys' thoughts on both the Bears and Packers injury reports? Jack, you go first, and then we'll go to Michael.
Yeah, obviously, like you mentioned, Rome had kind of not fallen off a cliff, but fallen off a cliff in terms of production compared to before and after the bye. So, not surprised that this injury is kind of lingering a little bit and holding him out. Like you mentioned, it might be something he had been dealing with beforehand. Uh, Probably going to see a lot of 12 personnel this game. I can't imagine we see like too much Devin Duvernay as the wide receiver three. I think we see a lot of two wide receiver sets with DJ Moore and Zacchaeus and Komet and Loveland both out there. And like I mentioned before, establish the run game. But I was trying to see more about the Christian Watson injury. Like he's still listed as questionable. I think he practiced limited and said he was going to be like he was going to
I
try and
think he
play.
practiced limited Wednesday and Thursday, just didn't practice Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think that's what I read somewhere.
So, I mean, even if he's limited in some capacity, like he had to go to the hospital for a chest injury after their game against the Broncos. So, I just think it's going to be interesting to see what the Bears come up with because it's not like the Packers are giving him 10 targets a game. Like he's usually like a 5-target guy. So, I'm just curious who their targets are going to go to, whether it's a Dontavion Wicks or they get Jaden Reed super involved again. But we shall see.
Yeah. What about you, Michael?
Yeah, both you guys hit it pretty well, but the Christian Watson one, he's the deep threat guy. He gets their big plays. He moves their offense. So if he's somewhat hurt, that's not going to happen as much. So that's going to be good. And then Josh Jacobs, I hope he doesn't play. I really do. Just
I think
because for
It
he
some
got
would
reason we
help.
can't tackle him.
It would.
he got an ankle on top. He's been dealing with a PCL injury for the last like 3 weeks. He's been quite he's been like DNP Tuesday, Wednesday, limited Thursday, limited Friday, and then plays every week. But apparently he hurt his ankle this week against the Broncos too. So
Yeah.
he's dealing with two different lower leg injuries. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the week that causes him to miss.
Yeah, because I know LaFleur said he's game time. He's
Yeah.
game time. So
Yeah,
we'll know 90 minutes before.
him and Zach Tom are game time decisions. Apparently, I don't understand why you can make someone who has not practiced all week a game time decision. I don't think that that's fair per se because I mean like the same thing happened with Lamar Jackson. He didn't practice for his first 2 days and then practiced limited on Friday and was able, well, at least was supposedly cleared to play, and then 15 minutes before kickoff against the Bears, they told him that he couldn't play because of the fact that he only ran scout team. So
Yeah,
um,
it's just to mess up the Bears, I think.
I think so too. I mean,
Yeah,
uh,
Emmanuel Wilson was dealing with something last week as well, so their backup situation isn't exactly the most healthy either. So I don't know if he's on the injury report again or not. But
who? Sorry,
Emmanuel Wilson, their backup running back,
I mean, I'm looking at it.
he was active against the Broncos. He might be fine now.
I don't see him on this list, but I will say this list is like 15 people long. It's really long if you look on Twitter. It's really long. Um, but I mean this next topic, is kind of just something that came up in the last couple days. So, the Bears have had problems with, the the city of Chicago to uh, get their new stadium rolling. So Kevin Warren came out and said that they need to expand their search for another stadium location besides Arlington Park. But and it said that included Indiana, but they're just using that as leverage. I personally don't think that it's going to happen. I don't know what else to say. What do you guys think? Jack, you go first, and then we'll go to Michael.
I just can't wait to be seeing Bears games in person in Gary, Indiana. That's all I gotta say.
So okay, I went into this a little bit more. Like I took a deep dive into it for like 35, 45 minutes. And so the Bears, they or the city of Chicago, they don't want them to move out of uh Chicago, obviously.
Right. Hmm.
But the Bears aren't going to move to Arlington because they said it. So right now they bought that place for 100 million, right, or something like that in that
I don't remember the
ballpark.
exact number, but
It
sure.
was it was something like 100 million, and they're paying 2 million in taxes. And then if they build a stadium there, they're going to be paying 75 million in taxes. So that's the whole reason why they don't want to move there. They're trying to get their tax bill down. And then that's why they said they might move to Indiana. And now they're using that as leverage to move to Indiana. And the Indiana mayor or governor, whatever it is, whatever's over there, he said he said they're more than welcome to bring them to Indiana. And it wouldn't
I
be
did
as
see
far.
that.
So and then here's the difference. It'd be in Northwest Indiana, which is 30 minutes from Chicago. Arlington Heights is 35 minutes from Chicago. So it's actually shorter by 5 minutes, but it is shorter.
I don't know. I mean, see the thing with the stadium is I'll believe it when I see it. I live by that saying when it comes to the Bears stadium, and I live by that saying when I see a lot of things that people are saying like okay, for another example,
Sam
it
Darnold
actually,
MVP.
well, I wasn't going to use that as an example, but that's another example. But that's your example, Jack. My example was uh, when me and Michael were in high school. One of our football coaches said that the Bears were going to trade for Khalil Mack, and I told him I'll believe it when I see it. And then probably like a month or so after he said that, it actually came to fruition. And I mean, I didn't, I couldn't believe it, but it was true. But I mean, I have to actually see them come out with something saying that we are moving to Indiana for me to believe it or something. Like I
They
don't
put
believe
a
it.
whole like 3 page or 4 page thing on Instagram or something. So that's where I read it all from.
I read that too, but I just I mean, they say things to get people off their backs is what happens a
And then
lot.
I guess there's like another thing, like the city of Chicago is forcing them to pay like it was like 500 million or whatever for the
Oh,
renovations that they already paid for.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
And
so it was
it's like a back, I don't know, it's
it,
stupid.
it
And
was
then they
basically like
can't move.
the city of Chicago and the Bears agreed to split the financing of renovations to Soldier Field. The Bears paid their share in 2004, and the city has yet to pay back theirs, which is now accumulated interest. And they want the Bears to now cover their ass and pay off part of what the city was supposed to be doing. The Bears paid what they were supposed to pay a long time ago.
Yeah. They paid it when we were 1 years old.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's and then if they have to pay that, that's gonna cost money for the new stadium being built, so it's not gonna be as good as it would with an extra 500 million. So
right, yeah.
that's a whole nother reason. But I think basically what I was seeing, it's that reason and then the tax reason in Arlington. That's what
I
I
mean,
was.
it's fair. Those are um, fair guesses. But again, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah,
I
same. That's the same with me.
um. So I mean, we kind of went into this a little bit earlier with the first topic, but in order for us to win tomorrow, personally, I do believe that we need to start out hot. Like we need to be playing complete football for the whole. 60 minutes to win. Like, and I can't say that like we need to be playing like last week, because last week was against a team that had no offense whatsoever. Like,
That beat the team we're playing.
Yeah, I was giving my Packers fans friends a lot of flack for that this past week.
yeah, I mean, and we beat them handily compared to when the Browns beat them. Uh, but but also when you compare who was the starting quarterback for the Browns then and who is the quarterback now, that quarterback at least had a lot more experience than Joe Flacco. Because Joe Flacco was the starter.
Yeah, because that was
Yeah,
week
he
2.
still. It was
That
like
was
one of his.
before.
I think he played Green Bay like twice in 3 weeks because then Cincinnati played Green Bay like right after he beat them.
Right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, um, but like we need to have like a picture perfect first quarter, like where we score like 14 points and they score I can't say 0 because I do imagine them scoring, but we need to hold them to 7 would be my hope. Uh, I mean, we are the team with the most takeaways, so we do have that going for us. But the thing is, Jordan Love does not give the ball away much. I will say that.
No, he's got the same turnovers as Caleb
Yeah,
this
But
year.
but I still believe that we win tomorrow because I just have more faith. I just have more faith
Yeah,
in
here's the thing with Jordan Love. Like when he does turn the ball over, he's turning it over one, maybe two more times. Like all his turnovers, like his interceptions this
they
year,
come in bunches.
yeah, they come in packs of threes basically. It feels like.
All right, then we need to get an interception tomorrow.
Yeah.
Except for when we played them the first time, we got a pick early on, and then we didn't turn them over again.
Yeah, well we should have
That was Fugazi though; that didn't
we
count.
should have had a couple more, but
Also, much different playing on the road. Like he's not going to have the home crowd behind him, like a lot more noise when he's on offense. Like it's going to be crazy tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have the home crowd. We're gonna have the home crowd. So that's gonna be helpful. But Jack, what are your thoughts on this? Because Michael, you kind of already went into it,
yeah.
but I
Yeah,
well,
I
you to
I do agree. I just like I think what you mentioned even more so about like playing the full 60 minutes is even more important. Like even if we start out hot, we've seen a lot of teams even in the last couple of weeks like the Patriots were up 21-3, 21 nothing on the Bills. They lost.
that's
Last
true.
night we saw a 16-point fourth quarter lead get erased. The Packers are a very good team with a good offense. So I think it's really, really important that the Bears come ready to play, like you mentioned, but also, like you mentioned, like stay into it the entire game because it's never going to be over. The NFL is a fourth quarter league. Almost like 70% of games end up coming down to one possession or one score by the end of it. So with two good teams like this, I'm sure it'll be something like that.
Yeah, you can never win a football game in the first 3 quarters of the game. You win the game in the fourth quarter. It doesn't it doesn't matter how good the first 3 quarters go. It just matters how good you finish. I mean, and I'm gonna say it, Caleb is a product of that because like he
I was
may
just
he
about
may
to say
not
that.
he may not have a great first half or a great first 3 quarters, but then some switch just turns on and he becomes a Houdini and
Yeah.
and erases uh 12 14-point leads, 21-point leads, something like that, and
Yeah,
just
I'm gonna say I feel like I would low key be more confident. You can call me crazy if you want. I'd low key
I,
be more confident in our chances in like a random game, like with the ball down three or something with like 5 minutes to go than I would be with us like on defense up seven.
yeah.
Like I just
Oh,
much rather have
100%.
Caleb with the ball. Like
if
I
you
don't know.
give Caleb the ball with like 3.5 to 4 minutes left and you're down.
Like it just feels automatic recently. Outside of that Packers game, and even then, like the fact that we even
Yeah,
came back in that game like was kind of crazy. I just
It
yeah.
Here's what I think about like the need for a hot start. Like, yeah, we do need a hot start against the Packers, but we had a hot start against the Vikings week 1, lost. We were with the Lions till
Like
two
almost till half.
minutes left. Yeah, 2 minutes left in the half. We got killed. We didn't score again. So that's my thing about the hot start. We need to have a full complete game, not really hot. Then second and
Cold,
third quarter we're done, and
and then
then
And I
come back.
think that
we
lies.
need to
I think
score
that
seven,
lies with the
seven,
run
seven,
game.
seven.
So,
Yeah,
and like I think the run game is going to help us do that because we consistently can get almost like 5.5 yards per
Oh,
carry. We're off
absolutely.
playing
yeah.
well.
And surprisingly, Minungai is what, only like 300, or, well, no,
I was just looking. He's 319 from 1,000 yards.
and in the final three games, can you get
Yeah,
oh
he's
Probably
like
not, but that's still incredible. The fact that he's
a seventh
like
round
'cause
draft
Swift
pick?
Swift is going to get it right. He's at like 850 or something.
yeah, he's at like 8 something. But he's also I think Manunga is
Here, let me look up what.
two.
Swift missed a
I was
game.
just looking at it yesterday. Yeah, he missed a game. He's like 270 from 1,000 like total yards. So it's
So
possible. It's not gonna happen.
Swift has 935 rushing yards,
Oh
so
wow,
Yeah,
he can actually get it tomorrow, possibly.
yeah. I mean, if we win, I would venture to say that he should. Yeah.
yeah.
And I mean, surprisingly, here's the thing that surprises me. He's got 7 touchdowns, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a pretty good.
No, that's a great number for him, especially when I feel like they've been using Manungai a lot in the red zone since he
Yeah.
became more
Yeah,
incorporated.
and Minungai, I can look.
He's got to
Uh,
have like 4 or 5.
he's got
Manunga had three back to back to back.
he's got
I just know he didn't have one in that Bengals game, which was so
Yeah.
weird.
he's
We
got
had
5.
180.
Yeah,
He's
he's
got
got 5.
5.
Yeah,
Five.
So he's got 681 rushing yards. So he's probably not going to get 1,000, but he could get a touchdown tomorrow. I'll say he gets a touchdown, but
Yeah.
probably, I mean, I don't think this is going to be like a. I mean, if it is, I'd be happy with it. But I don't know if this is necessarily going to be like a game like the Eagles where they both are running like bats out of hell. But but
I,
if it
I mean,
happens,
it very
I
could be.
I'd love it. I'd love it. Because they're showing that they can be a very good 1-2 punch. And I don't know about you guys, but be, because of this year, I'm a little less worried about the running back room than I was a year ago.
100%.
Yeah.
I think it just goes to show like the backs we have are talented, and all it takes is a guy with the scheme that Ben Johnson brings along. Like the scheme and the caliber of the O line goes so much more into the running game than casual fans will ever understand. Like people are
Yeah,
calling Ashton Genty bad because he's not doing well this year.
He's
That
got
Raiders
900
offensive line
yards.
he's
is like bottom 5 in the last 15 years of the NFL.
he's
He's
doing
got
yeah,
900 yards.
Yeah,
he's not getting the respect that he deserves because he's on a bad team. He
yeah. Like he's if the Bears had Genty right now, I think Genty would have 1,400 rushing yards.
I think that's a
Easily.
fair. I think that's a fair assessment. And there's also argument if if a team like the Patriots drafted him, you could say that he would look a lot better. I mean, they're they, we're just saying that there are definitely better teams for Genty to be.
Honestly, even if the Browns drafted him, I think he would look a lot better than he does. I
Hmm.
And
think
that's
so.
A
No, no,
lot better. I don't know because
I
Judkins
think
like
so.
started off strong, but now it's like I don't know. He had nowhere to
I
go against
just think it's the wrong team, and any other team he would be on, he would have 1,000 by now.
probably.
We'll see. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, my question is, who's going to win offensive rookie of the year? because
Jackson Dart because it's a quarterback bias room.
Travion's the odds-on favorite now.
really, well, I mean, whatever, whoever wins it, congratulations. And we, when those awards, come out, we will definitely talk about them, regardless if any Bears players win them. Although I will say this, you know, I mean, Ben Johnson is definitely in the running for Coach of the Year. Um, but I think he's gonna be beaten out by Mike Vrabel. Honestly,
I
just
wanna I wanna look up the odds for that real quick.
um. But let's go into our last topic. So last night, honestly, was one of the probably the best Thursday night football game that
Wait,
we.
could I cut you off real quick?
Sure.
Ben Johnson's fifth in odds right now
Let me
for
guess who's
Coach of
ahead
the
of
Year.
him. Vrabel, Mike McDonald, Sean Payton. No, not Payton. Uh,
Peyton's right behind. They all have the same odds, really.
who would?
Kyle
So
Shanahan,
Yeah,
then
I
Liam
guess.
Cohen.
Yeah, okay. I mean, whatever. It's just a stupid award. Nagy won it his first year. Let's not give him the same curse.
yeah,
That is
really,
true.
actually, I, I mean, Jack, thank you for bringing that up because honestly, if that puts a curse on Bears coach, I don't want it.
Yeah, like what? It's a stupid. No one knows. No one remembers who wins it like a couple years down the road. And most of the time, at least like NFL, I think it's pretty similar. The NBA, like if you look at who's won Coach of the Year the last like 12 years, none of them lasted more than like 2 more years at their job.
Didn't Billy Donovan win it though for the Bulls?
No, but
He was
like
runner up,
Dwayne
I think.
Casey won it for the Raptors, and then got fired that offseason because they choked in the playoffs. Like Mike Budenholzer won it for the Bucks. He got fired a couple years later. Frank Vogel won it for the Lakers. He got fired. So
That's
Yeah,
something.
that's true.
That's something. But I mean, last night was probably the best Thursday night football game that we have had this year for sure. Because just all the ones before this just were like, one team was good and one team was bad.
I mean, the
Or
Lions Cowboys game was pretty good
okay,
2 weeks before that,
that's
but
fair. That's fair. But like, I mean, me and Michael were talking, a couple of days ago about the Seahawks and Rams game, and we both agreed that we thought that this could be a rematch, another uh, Rams and Chiefs game from 2018, where they both scored 50 points. Now we didn't think that it was going to be as high scoring as that game where they both scored 50 points, but they both scored 35 plus. They scored 30. Actually, let me look that up.
37,
37,
36 was the
36.
final.
37, 36 final. I mean that, and I mean, everyone was talking about picking a team for who was going to win, and me and Michael did the smart thing, and we guessed on the over under, and we both took over for that game because of the fact that they are both a high scoring offense. So that was a much smarter move by us. But the Bears can actually be the number one seed if because of Seattle's win last night. Now it's a big ask. They gotta win out. Um, the Bears have to win out, and
They would need the Rams to also win out, and then Seattle to lose one of their last two. And I think it would have to no. Seattle has to lose at San Francisco the last week of the year.
because we play San Francisco the week
So that
after.
would give the Rams the tiebreaker to win the division over Seattle, and then the Bears and the Rams would have the same record, and the Bears have the tiebreaker over the Rams because of their hypothetical record in conference games.
Hmm. I mean,
Bears.
do I?
The Bears.
I mean, I want it to happen. I will admit that, but do I? Do I believe it happens? I mean, I have more faith in this team than I would have last year, but I just I have a hunch that something is gonna that it's just not gonna happen. It's not that I don't want it to. It's just these next 3 games are a little harder than people think. I mean, the Packers and Bears rivalry has been going on for 100 years. So, and the Packers have had the upper hand on that. I do I do believe that the Bears have a better shot uh, at beating the 49ers than people think. I understand that that game is going to be at the in San Francisco, but that helps us because Caleb Williams will play better in the warm weather. And the Lions aren't playing good in terms of you know their record is good, but their play calling is a little in the middle right now because they went back to Dan Campbell as play caller instead of
Well, I think it's more so their defense that has been letting them down.
Yeah.
They've been putting up pretty good numbers on offense.
Yeah, they're still putting up points. It's just their defense is letting up way too much.
it's just like I mean, I want the Bears to be the number 1 seed. It's just like if I had to give a percentage on how much I believe it's going to happen, I would give like a 40 to 45%.
Oh, I was going to go like 15%. So that's
Yeah.
that's pretty generous of you. But
Well, okay, well, I mean,
You got more faith than us.
yeah, and
well,
I'm the one who brought it up.
well, I would take it back, but you guys have a rule: is the minute it leaves your mouth, you can't take it
all
back.
I know is that the Bears are gonna win. I hate saying this. Aaron Rodgers is gonna beat the Lions, and then Bears playoffs, guaranteed.
That's all I care. Like if we make the playoffs,
Yeah.
I don't care for the 7. Like I really could give less of a crap. I
I
just
just
want
want
to.
one
Well,
more week of Bears football.
I kind of care about that because of the fact that if we're the 7th seed, we play the 1 seed. So that's
No,
kind of
No, we
we
play the
played
two
2.
seed, which would be the Packers probably if
oh
Yeah,
they
well,
win the
I don't
North.
want that. I
It'd
don't.
be the person who wins the North
yeah,
would be the two
yeah,
seed.
exactly.
Well, I mean, I did say that we would beat the Packers twice, so I mean, we haven't beat them once yet. So if we win tomorrow, we'd have to play them twice. We'd have to play them in the playoffs to beat them twice.
And then there's also a possibility we're the 2 seed, and then we play the Packers, who are 7th seed. So there's a bunch of possibilities we play the Packers 3 times this year.
Possibilities are endless.
Well, hey, I mean, I would love to play the Packers in the playoffs because I want to see who has the better the better chance to win in the playoffs.
All I know is Packers choke in the playoffs, so that's all I know.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure. So that's gonna be all for us today, unless you guys can think of anything else to say.
Nope.
We will be back on Monday to talk about this. I would say Sunday, but I mean, I gotta watch football with my dad, and we got fantasy football playoffs starting this weekend, or well, starting already because technically it started last night. But so we'll be back on Monday. Hopefully, all 3 of us can be on there for that one because this is one of those games where we want all 3 of us for this. So hope you guys enjoyed, and
Speeches will be back.
we will see you on Monday.